I have been doing THORnews for 9 years and 3 months. And I talk about like everything from storms, the national debt. I talk about that shit too. And the national debt just hit $30 trillion. When I started, I think it was like 12 trillion. I don't know. I started when Obama was president. And 9 years, man. And Dutch has been doing it for longer than 9 years. Dutch is like a volcano science guy for sure on the YouTubes. And he was like, Oregon's deforming volcano-y thingies or whatever. Were we talking about freezing rain and then sleet? If you guys were confused as to the difference, Ryan Vaughn has set up donut-involved explanations. Remember the night that the 8.2 earthquake happened in July? I was staring at Twitter like the moment it happened, and then we went live and we watched and we waited, but there was no tsunami, luckily. Like, I still haven't fully processed July 2021. That shit was crazy. And remember the grand conjunction in December when Jupiter and Saturn went across each other in the sky? And they went from Capricorn to Aquarius. And then it was going to go from like Earth to air. And then, dude, people just started going to space and firing up rockets like crazy. And they have rocket launches like every day now. Now, as your planetary defense commander, which I've been doing for like over 7 years, I try not to get freaked out because you never know what's going to happen. There are events that change the way I kind of look at everything. And so this volcano eruption, which happened 2 weeks ago, I had predicted there was going to be a major eruption, volcano eruption around Christmas Eve. And it was like 20 days later. But I'm just saying, and so yeah, it was impressive. It looks like 100,000 hydrogen bombs or whatever of the 1940s type. I'm sure the bombs they have now are way more potent, one would think. So happy asteroid fight club, New Year of the Tiger, Chinese, Earth, to everybody. Mercury is still retrograde, so my communication skills may not be top notch, and your ability to understand what I'm really trying to say may not be optimal, or it's best, whatever. Animals are cool. They say it's going to be freezy, but not as bad as last year when 400 Texans died. And last year's storm was really, 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 really bad for Texas, considering they shut our power grid down. And so our governor before was like, there is 100% chance we're going to have the power grid up this year. And then like last week he was like, well, let's keep our fingers crossed. And so everybody's always talking about Joe Rogan. And I'm like, yo, dude, you've been in Texas for like a year. How come you ain't talk about the big storm last year? And how come you don't talk about this? Like, you could tell Texans, hey, man, we just got a cool storm coming up. Everybody be prepared. And I don't know, it'd be cool if Joe Rogan talked about the power grid and the earth power grid, not just Texas's, but the legalization of marijuana. Those would be two subjects I would like to hear Joe Rogan talk about as THORnews. I cover them in my channel. You should legalize it for sure, especially in Texas. Anyway, Brian's saying rip Arkansas. And we're all here trying to figure out how bad will the storm be. Sometimes it underperforms, and people are like, you suck, you fearmonger. You said that storm is going to be really bad. And then sometimes it overperforms. People are like, what the hell? And you get 30 people dying, like last July-ish in the New Jersey, New York, Hurricane Ruth remnants that surprised everybody. Or you get Texas where it wasn't people's fault. The power grid, they're like, we got to shut the power grid down. And, the electricity grid, crypto mining, like China banned it. And then Russia talked about banning it. And then they were just talking about regulating it. And so the whole weird flux, and Texas has cheap electricity. So the weird, like Austin becoming super crypto, like more, I don't know. It's just, everything's been fucking crazy. And so people are like, do you think, I think they'll keep the power grid up, but I don't know, man. Shit is crazy. And there's not even another election for 9 more months. And I think no matter what, we're going to get a good spring and a good summer. And there's a 25% chance shit could get bad again in the winter. We are going to find out in this magic moment that we call life, 2022. We're making a prediction things will get better in the spring. We will find out together. Either way, we'll probably get 2 or 3 months where we can enjoy life again. And now we're just trying to figure out this weekend. Eric Berger from Space City Weather is like curious about this week's winter storm will impact places like Austin, Dallas, Amarillo, Houston. We're probably just getting rain. Matt Lanza, who was cool, and Eric Berger is cool. They have you covered with a detailed rundown of what's expected across Texas from this week's storm. And more on why it isn't really like February 2021. Okay. You know, but I'm just, a part of the predictor thing is like, what are they going to do with the freaking power grid, man? Uh-oh. I think my hackers are around. Better wrap this one up. Happy New Year. Be cool. Stay cool. I will talk to y'all in the near future. Mercury will be direct on the 3rd or 4th. So everybody will be better communicating and listening by then. Asterisk, big asterisk, triple asterisk, whatever. Talk to you soon. And so, you know, if you're on this side of the USA and even part of Mexico and Canada and Newfoundland, is that a whole different country? We are in for, like, we're all in this together. It's going to be a storm, and we will see how impactful it'll be. We have infrastructure falling apart. Like, I used to have a specific series that just tracked how much infrastructure fell apart before our very own eyes. But then all the infrastructure started to fall apart so fast and things got weird. Look at that peach strip in the middle, man. That is, if that's just ice, if places are going to get over an inch of ice, that is like getting an ice gun down. And transformers break and electricity goes down. Like, how many people lose electricity? I don't know. One of the things I was very proud of the nor'easter, as far as I heard, nobody died from that thing. So that storm I talked about for 2 weeks, it did a lot of precipitation and created some cool scenes. But as far as I know, not a single person died from that storm. I was like, yay! So with this storm and the storms of February, knowing we had last year, and that some hot chicks like to talk about fractals. Oh, and with the Pluto return coming up on the 2022, like, mythology is a cast of characters, and the whole world is a stage. And so, be cool, stay cool, play defense, and let's have some fun as much as we can over the next, you know, it's Valentine's Day. That always makes everything extra weird. And people extra emotional roller coastery. You know what I'm saying? Wave after wave after wave. Okay, God bless everyone. Stay cool. Talk to you soon. And Happy New Year. And thank you for being so cool. God bless everyone.